The average price of a used car is now a staggering $28,400. Now imagine wasting that on one of the 13 rides that only fools buy. These aren't just bad cars, they're wallet destroyers dressed in cheap paint and fake promises. We've dug into real-world breakdowns, nightmare ownership stories, and resale disasters. Watch till the end because the final one, I'll reveal the most deceptively popular SUV you should never buy, even if the dealer says it's a steal. Because guess who's about to be robbed? Starting at number 13 is the Nissan Frontier. At first glance, it looks like a tough, no-nonsense pickup ready to take on anything. But for many owners, it's been a long, bumpy road of regret, especially the 2018 to 2021 model years. These years have horrible steering. You never know what the front wheels are doing. Hit a bump mid-corner and the rear end jerks. That kind of handling might pass in a 1990s work truck, not something you're spending good money on today. Don't expect any real tech, and don't even dream about Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. The lone USB port is only for charging. The interior feels like it was frozen in time, basic, outdated, and bare bones. The fuel economy is equally underwhelming. With four-wheel drive, it barely scrapes by with 19 miles per gallon combined. Sure, the Pro 4X trim throws in a rear-locking differential and off-road looks, but underneath, it's still the same rough-riding, gas-guzzling disappointment. Now, with production already scaled back, and Nissan clearly feeling the heat, it's obvious the backlash is getting through. When a brand starts backing away from its own, that's your cue to do the same. So, what could be worse than this? For starters, a luxury SUV that turns into a liability. Next up at number 12 is the Jaguar FPace. This car enters the room like it owns it. Sleek, muscular, and loaded with British charm. But once the shine wears off, reality kicks in fast. If you're looking at models between 2016 and 2020, buckle up. You're in for a ride full of regrets. Despite its $55,000 plus price tag, the FPace is packed with problems. Electrical faults, transmission glitches, and oil leaks turn luxury into drama. The longer you own one, the more it drains your patience and your wallet. Inside, the fancy turns frustrating. The infotainment freezes. The stop-start misbehaves. In hot weather, the steering wheel oozes glue. Yes, glue. Then there's the noise. Squeaks and rattles ruin the ride. J.D. Power gave it a below-average reliability score and repairs over $13,000 in 5 years. That doesn't include routine maintenance or surprise failures. It's a leather-wrapped headache that never stops biting. If you're a fan of iconic off-roading SUVs, brace yourself because it's about to get rough. Number 11 is the Jeep Wrangler. Did you know that Jeep invented SUVs? It's then no surprise that they made the best off-road SUV in the Wrangler. But then came the third generation. From 2007 to 2018, these models have delivered more breakdowns than bragging rights. We're talking engine failures, electrical bugs, brake issues, and steering systems that felt more like suggestions than controls. The 2017 model introduced the infamous death wobble, while the 2018 was dubbed the best of the worst. It racked up 12 recalls, over 1,500 complaints, and 5 federal investigations. What about ride quality? The seats are stiff, and the Wrangler bounces like a trampoline on bad roads. Interior space is laughably tight for a vehicle that looks massive from the outside. Comfort clearly wasn't on the blueprint. Throw in the Uconnect system failures and costly suspension repairs, and you're looking at an adventure with a painful price tag. And here's the kicker. Only 25% of owners believe their Wrangler will hit 200,000 miles. Coming in at number 10 is the Volkswagen Jetta. If you thought German engineering guaranteed quality, the 2019 Volkswagen Jetta will change your mind fast. Consumer Reports slapped it with a humiliating 1 out of 5 reliability rating, ranking it dead last among small cars. One of the biggest headaches is the transmission. Owners reported loud, grinding noises in both normal and eco modes. Plus, dealerships often shrugged it off as normal. Normal doesn't mean good. It means get ready to pay later. It doesn't stop there. The body hardware is just as frustrating. Loose bolts, wobbly panels, and a trunk that seems to have trust issues. Instead of German precision, you'll find disappointment rattling behind the dashboard. Then come the windows, if they work at all. Faulty window regulators are a repeat offender. One stuck window is annoying, but two or more, that's a pattern. Replacements cost up to $200 each, not including labor. Add it all up, and the 2019 Jetta is more calamity than car. It may look sharp and offer decent fuel economy, but under the surface, it's a letdown you don't want in your driveway. We've got some more heartbreaking sedans. But next up is another SUV that missed the mark. At number 9, we have the Nissan Rogue. With over 550 complaints filed with the NHTSA, this compact SUV has disappointed far more than it has delighted. Let's start with its sensitive CVT transmission. Miss one fluid change or use the wrong type and boom, your wallet's toast. Unlike traditional automatics, a CVT failure often means replacing the whole unit. That's a $3,500 to $8,000 setback. It can't handle neglect, and most owners learn that the hard way. But wait, it gets worse. The suspension pops and shudders like it's coming unglued. Meanwhile, electrical gremlins wreak havoc on the power door locks, mirrors, windshield wipers, and rear defroster. Some Rogues top it off with excessive oil consumption and even blown head gaskets. It's not just one issue. It's a full-blown mechanical circus under the hood. Inside, things don't get much better. The interior feels substandard. It's plain, plasticky, and painfully uninspired. It's less modern SUV and more base model rental you forgot to upgrade. For the same cash, you could get a Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, or Mazda CX-5. All offer peace of mind without the mechanical meltdowns. The next vehicle we're going to look at is why many people are afraid of hybrids. Number 8 is the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. According to Consumer Reports, the 2017 Pacifica Hybrid ranks among the least reliable vehicles on the market. Even Chrysler's own technicians have struggled to fix its complex hybrid system, leaving owners stranded and frustrated. Multiple recalls have targeted its hybrid powertrain. Owners have reported electrical failures, battery malfunctions, and yes, even fires. When your vehicle doubles as a fire hazard, it's no longer a smart ride. That's too much drama for a car costing $42,450 to $59,785. And don't think the 2018 version is your safe bet. With 889 complaints and 11 recalls, it's still a ticking time bomb. The transmission is also a disaster. Expect rough shifting, strange noises, or worse, violent lurching that makes you feel like you're about to rear-end someone. There's a front suspension flaw that takes it to a whole new level. The lower control arm bolt can shear off and cause the suspension to detach from the steering knuckle. That's not a minor glitch. It's a potential crash served on 4 wheels. If that didn't make you sweat, the next SUV brings fiery drama in a plastic shell. Sitting in the number 7 place is the Ford Bronco Sport. The 2021 model made a bold entrance, but it didn't take long to unravel into a reliability nightmare. Behind that rugged design lies a checklist of problems that won't quit. Start with the rear differential, which has failed for some owners before hitting 40,000 miles. Add a fuel injector recall that could cause engine fires, and you've got real trouble under the hood. It doesn't stop there. Drivers have reported brakes that screech loudly in reverse, especially when cold. At low speeds, the engine can shudder, rev up unexpectedly, and lurch during shifts. At this rate, every drive feels like a guessing game. Meanwhile, the rear suspension was hit with a recall due to loose or missing bolts, a stability disaster just waiting to happen. And if that wasn't enough, 115,000 Bronco Sports and Escapes were recalled over brake system issues that could affect stopping power. Not what you want on the road. To make it worse, service delays and poor dealership support left many owners stranded. Many people waited weeks to get on a loaner list. Now let's head electric, where the next truck's price isn't the only thing that shocks. In the number 6 spot, we have Rivian R1T. There are only 3 years available for the Rivian R1T so far, 2022, 2023, and 2024, and the first year was a disaster. On the positive side, it's sleek, powerful, and packed with personality. But when it comes to reliability, the 2022 R1T stumbles hard. Consumer Reports rated it below average in dependability, and that might be an understatement. One R1T owner walked away from a fender bender with a repair bill north of $40,000. A hit like that could wipe you out overnight. However, routine service costs might stay under $1,000 a year if you're lucky. But the moment something big goes sideways, your bank account goes with it. If you're chasing a head-turning electric truck, the R1T delivers style and hype. But if you're counting on it to hold up, the 2022 version will leave you with repair anxiety. We're now going across the pond to see another British luxury brand that disappoints. At number 5, we have the Mini Cooper. With 927 complaints and multiple recalls, this car has more red flags than a used car lot on clearance day. The worst offender was the 2012 model. When it comes to reliability, RepairPal ranks the Mini Cooper 25th out of 32 brands. And it's not just minor glitches. Transmission problems and rattling timing chains are a recurring nightmare. Once that timing assembly starts to wear, you're on borrowed time. And while it may be British fun on 4 wheels, it's not something you want to rely on as a daily commuter. Practicality is a serious issue. Minis sit too low. A simple parking misjudgment can crack the front radiator supports, which are made of plastic. One wrong bump, and you could be dealing with coolant hose damage. Now, here's where it really hurts: your wallet. On average, a Mini Cooper costs around $854 a year to keep running. That's way more than most cars. Worse still, Minis break down more often than you'd expect. Owners report about 0.6 surprise visits to the shop every year. If you are considering a compact car, we've got 2 more that you must avoid. Number 4 is the BMW X5. The 2020 and 2021 editions are best admired from a distance and avoided up close. In 2020, things started off rough. A major issue with the brake assist system raised serious safety concerns. Faulty braking meant longer stopping distances and a higher chance of rear-ending commuters. The 2021 model tried to fix things with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Unfortunately, the new tech brought new trouble. Recalls were issued for engine fuel leaks and rear-view camera failures. And then there's the everyday stuff. Tiny mirrors, chunky roof pillars, and awkward blind spots challenge visibility. Beneath the surface, things don't improve. The electrical system, powertrain, and engine have all been problem areas. The 2021 model alone racked up 12 recalls and 36 formal complaints. Ready for another beauty that fools the eye but drains your bank? Let's go premium and painful. Number 3 is the Range Rover Sport. This car turns heads with ease. Sleek lines, a luxury cabin, and powerhouse engines, including a 530 horsepower twin-turbo V8, give it serious street presence. Unfortunately, behind the swanky badge is a financial roller coaster with more dips than thrills. CarWow scored the 2018 Range Rover Sport a pitiful 34.6 out of 100 for reliability. Plus, repair costs are no joke. The average fix costs $2,900. And in one nightmare case, an engine failure racked up $38,800. With that amount, you can buy any of these 11 cars that are almost perfect. But back to the Range. It boasts 5-star safety, plush seats, and a whisper quiet ride. But owning one means dealing with problems that have no place in a high-end SUV. The air suspension system sags like a tired mattress, ruining the drive. Some models suffer from leaky sunroofs that turn the interior into a puddle zone. The drivetrain clunks and bangs through nearly every bad model year. The infotainment system, while flashy, tends to crash and is dragged down by electrical bugs. Surprisingly, this is not the worst luxury SUV. That comes much later. At number 2 is the GMC Sierra 1500. On the surface, the GMC Sierra 1500 looks like a solid full-size workhorse. Big stance, bold styling, and plenty of power. But dig a little deeper, especially into the 2014 to 2019 models, and it's a mechanical minefield waiting to explode. Owners have reported it all: slipping transmissions, engine trouble, glitchy electronics, and even steering failures. These aren't small problems. They hit hard and stick around. Then come the recalls. One flagged a brake system failure that could turn a full stop into a full panic. Others focused on engine block heaters that posed fire risks. Fuel economy is only 17 miles per gallon. That's not hauling, that's bleeding gas money. Throw in high insurance premiums and expensive repairs, and this truck starts feeling like a luxury burden. Yes, it's comfy and it can tow, but the Silverado 1500 is better at both and far more reliable. If this video has been eye-opening so far, please like and subscribe to our channel. We create clever content that helps you make smart choices, save money, and turn you into a mini mechanic. Now, let's get to the top number 1. Taking the 5th spot is the Mitsubishi Mirage. You know, a car has problems when it is discontinued, not once but twice. The worst of the bunch is the 2018 model. Misaligned doors, broken hinges, electrical system issues, and faulty brakes are the most common complaints. Some drivers couldn't open or close the doors properly. Others found that their airbags might not deploy in a crash due to a defective acceleration sensor. Under the hood, things don't get better. The 3-cylinder engine groans, vibrates, and drags its feet. Acceleration is weak, handling sloppiness at best. It's a car that makes every drive feel like a chore. Inside, there's no luxury escape either. The cabin feels cheap, the materials are flimsy, and the ride quality is rough. It even scored low in crash tests. Yes, it's affordable and repairs average only $457 per year, but constant discomfort, recalls, and poor safety aren't worth the savings. And now, the final nail. Mitsubishi pulled the plug on the Mirage in late 2024. There's no 2025 model, no redesign, no grand farewell, just a bargain bin hatchback quietly pulled from the spotlight. It's a reminder that going cheap can cost you more in the long run. Buying used doesn't mean buying trouble, unless it's one of these disasters. Don't fall for a shiny badge or a tempting price. Is there any SUV you think we missed or misjudged? Let us know in the comments. And if you're eyeing the new models in 2025,